Hi guys and welcome to my channel. So my name is Diana and in this video I do want to answer two questions. So the first question is Tayrona National Park in Colombia worth visiting? And the second question is, how much is it going to cost? We're a family of 4 and we're going to be spending 3 days at Tayrona National Park. So let me give you a little bit of back information about us. We are a family from Canada and we have been driving from Calgary in Canada and we have made it all the way to Colombia. So we drive in our self-converted van, and so what I decided to do is start making videos of our adventures as a family and just put them out there just to inspire people, even one person. If one person gets inspired by it, I will be happy. So in this video, we're gonna leave Palapa, our dog, with somebody to take care of her, and we're gonna drive all the way to Tayrona National Park. Okay, so we made it to Tayrona National Park, and so we found a pretty nice camp spot. It's really the only camp spot we can stay at with a van, otherwise you have to rent a tent. And so we're gonna stay here for 2 nights. So getting into Tayrona was very pricey. We had to pay entrance for Jeremy and I. The kids, they did not charge the kids for it, so that was 70,000 Colombian pesos, and then we had to buy insurance for the 4 of us, which came to almost 40,000 pesos, and so altogether came to 210,000, which should be about maybe 80 Canadian. And then the campground is 35,000 per person, only for the adults, not for the children, so that was pretty nice. But yeah, this is where we're gonna enjoy for the next 2 days.
So the camping setup, as you can see here, is pretty simple. They have this tent that can hold 1 or 2 people, and they also have the black tarps that they put on them in case of rain. The beauty of Tayrona National Park is simply awe-inspiring. I mean, it is breathtaking. I think it's because the beach just feels so remote. There's not very many people around here. And then there's these huge boulders that just come out of the water. Now, one thing we found out real quick is that the ocean is too powerful to swim here.
It is hot, huh? Okay, let's go check out the best thing about this campsite. So we've got ourselves a pool. I mean, this was one of the best things about this campsite. And since we're not able to swim in the ocean, this was definitely a good find.
So we woke up this morning and decided not to do the hike all the way to Cabo San Juan. The reasoning is because it's gonna be about 3 hours from our campsite all the way to Cabo San Juan. And after speaking to other campers in our campsite that had done the huge trek the previous day, most of them said that it was not worth it. One, because it was very hot, and there was also very many people.
So today we're gonna go check out a different beach called Piscina. It's about a 15-minute walk from the parking lot through this guy. It's a pretty nice jungle here. Just listening to the birds. Yeah, we'll go check it out.
There's a bunch of them. Bunch of crabs. Look at the crabbies.
Whoa! That one's bubbling.
It's bubbling?
Oh, that is a big one.
Look at this big one back here.
Where?
Right back there.
Oh, there's another one.
There's a bunch of them.
Look at all these crabby wabbies.
There's another big one. There's one right here close. So, can you catch them?
I don't want to get pinched.
No. Oh man, those would pinch you.
How do you catch crabs?
You don't.
But how do you catch crabs?
You can just see them inside their
But you, why would you catch the little ones?
you can see
Yeah,
them
now I
right in
see
there.
one down there. Why do they like dope?
You see it, girly?
Why do they like dope me?
Yeah, it's just to protect themselves down in there.
So you can rent a horse.
Can we do it?
No,
Why?
we're not going that far. Yeah. That's a lot of horses, huh?
Yeah.
So besides the horses that are there to help with the hiking, they also have a medical unit that's set up in case of any medical emergencies, which is pretty easy to see as something that would happen because of all the heat.
Say my name. I'm in the say my name. I'm in the say my name. I'm in the say my name. Say my name. I'm in the say my name. Tryna rock loud, babe.
Swimming?
Yeah, and making the sand castle.
Yeah.
Do you like the swimming there, on the beach, or better, or in the pool?
In the beach.
On the beach, yeah.
Yeah, those waves are nice, huh? Yeah. What about you, girly?
I like the waves more.
You love the waves more?
They look like Sage is gonna catch them out.
Okay, so that's a wrap for us at Tayrona National Park.
Yeah.
We spent 3 days here. It was awesome. It really is a very, very pretty coastline. It's remote.
It's remote. So I did a little walk while everyone else was swimming today. I went swimming too, but I had to get out and go for a little walk. And I went up on the rocks. They're big boulders, and it's kind of like Lake Tahoe. It's kind of like Lake Tahoe.
It is, yeah.
But in tropical as well as with waves. It's quite nice, and you got the nice blue water, the palm trees, wild coast. Quite the place.
Yeah, and the campsite that we were staying at, I would highly recommend, super recommend, just because it's on the east side of the park. It was not busy. It's such a quiet coast.
You get some of the same stuff that you get, when you go to San Juan, I would say, but without all the people.
Yes.
Horse poop.
No,
No, I don't think so.
What is this?
it might be.
So is it worth the money?
I'd say so. You know, obviously when you're on this type of trip, you're on a certain type of a budget and some things seem quite expensive, but and this place is a little expensive for sure, but I would say that it's quite well worth it to come in here. It's just so beautiful. It's, you know, as far as beaches go, is probably the prettiest beach area that we've been in on our whole trip outside of like Oregon. I don't know, it's a really pretty.
It was tough to leave this place. It was tough to say goodbye. We had only spent 3 days, but I feel like I would have wanted to spend at least 5 days just because there's still so much to explore. Now, just before we left, we were treated to a really, really nice surprise.
Thanks guys so much for watching. So what I'm gonna do now is break down how much we spent on our 3 days at Tayrona National Park. So the first thing that we have to take into account is the entrance fee, and we chose the El Zino Park entrance because it's way on the east side and it was closer to our campsite. So the entrance fee came to $55 Canadian, or that's about $41 American, and that was for 2 adults. The kids didn't have to pay for it. The next thing that we had to pay for was for insurance, and we paid for insurance for 3 days, and that came to about $13 Canadian. That's about $10 American. Now, the one tip that we learned afterwards to save money is that you don't have to tell them how many days that you're going to be staying. And so you can pay insurance for 1 day, and once you're inside the park, you don't have to pay for insurance for any other days. However, if anything was to happen and you don't have the insurance, that's the risky part. That's just something that you have to decide if it works for you or if it doesn't work for you. The next thing we paid was the camping fee. And the camping fee for us was $35 per person, and it came to 140,000 Colombian pesos, which is about 45 Canadian, and that was for the 2 nights, 3 days. And the last thing that we spent on was groceries. So for the 3 days that we were there, for lunch, dinner, breakfast, we spent $32 Canadian, which is about $25 US on groceries, and we didn't buy really much else outside of that. And so overall for the 3 days we spent 145 Canadian, which is about $110 US. So is it worth it? Yes. And you know, with the budget that we had and what we spent, and we had a wonderful time. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel because we want to make lots and lots of videos of our travel. Okay, bye.